guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, and today we are starting a whole new show. I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video that new show is Fringe, which was nominated by the good people of YouTube and voted for by the patrons, and it's what y'all wanted, so it is what y'all get. And I am pretty excited to get into it. I don't know very much about Fringe, which makes me even more excited to get into it because I know no spoilers. I know basically nothing, which I think is always a really cool, exciting place to start when going into a show, especially for reactions. Really quick, I will let you guys know what I do know, and it is very small. I know that Fringe is a science fiction show. At least I think it is. I'm honestly not even 100% sure on that, but I feel like it is, I think. I know based off of the little synopsis that popped up when I clicked on the episode that there's FBI agents. That's all I saw. At least I think that's what I saw. Again, I'm not 100% positive. I tried to look away as quickly as I saw things. So I think maybe an X-Files situation. I'm pretty sure this also aired on Fox, which I think X-Files did as well. It's been a really long time since I've seen X-Files though. I know that Joshua Jackson is in it. And I know that the one guy, I think his name on Sleepy Hollow was Henry, is in it. And that is honestly the extent of what I know about this show. That's everything. So grab some popcorn, grab a drink. You know, if you want, just come and hang out with me as I watch this show. I hope that you guys like it. I hope that I like it. I'm gonna stop rambling though, so let's get right into it. Episode 1, Season 1 of Fringe. Okay, okay, we're starting right off. There's a plane, there's lightning. Why is this? Okay, he's probably just freaking out. Plane. This would be me in this situation. Let's be real. Okay, this would not be me, I don't think. Maybe, is it insulin? Okay, that was not insulin. That was, Oh, it's happening to everybody? You guys, oh my God. I can't, that was really gross.
I love you.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for it. Does she love him? She's not saying it back. She's kissing, but she's not reciprocating.
Whatever the hell McNeary saw through that window, it made him throw up in front of his whole unit.
Yeah, it's people, it's inside's on the outside.
Alright, move along.
Right?
Do that. Thanks.
Wait, what?
I know exactly who you are. You want in, liaison, suit up.
Wait, why don't they like her? What did she do? Yeah, okay. There's some bodies in there. Oh.
What kind of terrorism is this?
Alien or science fiction. How did that one guy look like the other guy? Or is it that guy? But his face was turned into...
He saw two, and I quote, suspicious Middle Eastern men handing a white guy a briefcase. Liaison. Take it, go find out.
You're telling me that's my assignment?
Yeah, honey.
Did he just call her honey? I hate that.
He's pissed because his best friend sexually assaulted 3 Marine privates, and I'm the bad guy because I put him away.
Oh. Okay, makes sense. Boys Club.
You said you loved me.
Yeah, and you didn't say it back.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, well, you didn't say anything back, so I just let it go.
Yeah.
I've been sort of bad at this for a long time. Until you.
So
I wanted to say I love you too.
that doesn't mean that you do. She said she wanted to. That's not like she's saying it though. Is it? I feel like it's not. Poor little animals.
No signal.
I wouldn't go too far. Somebody could be in there still. It's that guy.
Freeze! FBI!
It's that guy.
I have a gun! I will shoot! Hands in the air! Die!
He's dead, right?
Agent Scott wasn't as fortunate.
Yeah.
While he survived the initial blast,
Oh, he did?
Agent Scott was exposed to some synthetic chemical compounds, work that was done in the labs you found.
Is he got the weird sloughy skin or no? Ah, okay. Oh, death would probably be cleaner. That is not how I thought that this was gonna go so far.
I believe Dr. Bishop might have information that might tell us what happened aboard that plane and save Agent Scott's life.
Says the guy's been at St. Clair's for 17 years.
I saw that.
Is that a mental place?
He was charged with manslaughter, but was deemed mentally unfit to stand trial. If my past job performance as U.S. Marine Special Investigator offends you, there's really not...
A man who serves his country for 30 years has a few drinks and a small lapse in judgment does
A
not
small
deserve
lapse in
5
judgment
years.
that will haunt 3 young women for the rest of their lives.
But
Yeah.
that's not tonight's business, is it?
Oh, I don't like this guy.
His name's Peter Bishop. He's a high school dropout, IQ at 190, which is 50 points north of genius. Misfit, nomad, sounds like a massive pain in the ass.
It is Joshua Jackson.
Your father may be able to save someone who's dying. Someone I care about very much.
Sweetheart, we all care about someone who's dying. I can't help you, I'm sorry.
I have your file. The one the FBI would say doesn't exist. So either you come with me, or I let certain people know your whereabouts.
I don't remember her reading that part in the file.
When do we leave?
Oh, damn.
My father. Not my favorite.
Clearly.
He was part of a classified U.S. Army experimental program called Kelvin Genetics. They gave him the resources to do whatever work he wanted, which was primarily in an area called fringe science.
Fringe, uh-huh. Here we go.
We have this horrible pudding here. Butterscotch pudding on Mondays. It's dreadful.
Okay. It's not really relevant, but...
It can be reversed.
Okay, how?
Do you remember what to do?
Yes? No?
Hello, Walter.
Ooh, he calls him Walter.
I thought you'd be fatter.
What?
I thought I would be fatter. Excellent. First words, perfect.
No, as a boy, you were rounder.
Yes, I was, until the summer before high school.
I wonder if his, like... part of this is an act. You know what I'm saying?
William
You
Bell?
shared your lab with the founder of Massive Dynamic. One guy becomes one of the wealthiest men on the planet. The other guy becomes an institutionalized psychopath.
Oh!
What? What happened?
I just pissed myself.
Excellent.
Just a squirt.
What?
Whoa,
What's
stop
he... Yeah.
right now, stop! Does this not concern you?
That concerns me more, to be fair. Oh, his skin is like
I need to take this to my lab right away.
jelly.
What?
Walter, there is no lab.
It's a perfect... Damn you!
We need to get him back immediately.
Was that? Wait. But there was more fingers on that hand than there should have been, wasn't there?
There was no file.
I needed you back here.
So that was what? You were bluffing?
I was desperate.
Yeah, you know, I'm usually pretty good at reading people. That's sort of what I do.
Yeah, well, I could see you were in trouble. Anyone could see that.
So,
I could help, yes. If I had a precise inventory of what was in that storage facility when
We don't have it. So how long does he have left?
Current rate of crystallization, cellular degradation.
How long?
24 hours.
I thought it would be at least a few days. I mean, his skin was literally like jello.
I'm so sorry.
Or jelly.
That I can't offer you a less dangerous solution.
What do you mean?
Didn't I mention it?
whatever you think you said, you didn't say.
Yeah.
Synaptic transfer system. Shared dream state.
Like a mind meld?
Of course, you'd have to have an electromagnetic probe placed in the base of your skull whilst immersed without clothing in the old tank.
Without clothing? Why can't she be wearing clothes?
Yeah, sure, no problem. That sounds like fun. The man who was just released from the mental institution, he wants to give you a drug overdose, then stick a metal rod into your head and put you naked into a rusty tank of water.
No, I don't want to. No, I'd rather not. I'm just saying I can.
I'm kind of with him.
Excellent. Let's make some LSD.
You know, why not? Let's make some LSD. Oh, I'm sorry, that's funny.
You've cleared all this with Broyles.
Somewhat?
Well, somewhat doesn't sound good.
She has not at all, I don't think.
Oh, I got you.
That was,
John?
Lens flares. J.J. Abrams was here.
I need you to show me his face.
Why?
To save you.
So I can save you.
She saw his face, I think.
Morgan Stieg was passenger number 108. His emergency contact, Richard Stieg.
His twin brother?
You're telling me he has a twin?
Yeah.
Richard Stieg's last employer.
Massive Dynamic is my guess.
If you choose to drag our company and Dr. Bell's name into this matter, you will be hearing from our attorneys. One day at the office, Dr. Bell noticed my discomfort and insisted I go for a CAT scan. Cancer. Spread so severely, I had to have my arm amputated that week.
Okay. That doesn't mean he's a good person.
Do you believe that Stieg may be part of the pattern?
I'm sorry, part of the pattern?
Yeah, what pattern?
Oh, I assumed you had clearance. Suffice to say that we reached a point where science and technology have advanced at such an exponential rate for so long, it may be way beyond our ability to regulate and control them.
That doesn't sound good.
The show for children.
The cow is like friends with everybody.
Strikingly profound.
Can the cow be like their pet now? Oh. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Can we save these animals?
When this is over, please don't send me back. I don't want to go back. Whatever punishment you think I deserve, I swear I have already endured it. Please, son.
I'm weirdly like attached to their relationship. Hello, he's just walking out.
Hey!
Okay.
Hey!
What?
You're not an FBI agent, huh?
Can I get out of the car?
Can I get out of the car? Oh God. What the hell? I would not jump off of the roof of a... Ooh. Okay. No, you can't go in there.
Stay here.
You're not an FBI agent. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
A compound affecting Agent Scott. If I wanted to, I could extract the contaminated fluids from his body. That would allow me to slip it to you whenever I wanted to. I just don't have that kind of time.
No.
Tell me the chemicals.
Hey,
now.
Stop! You can't do that.
No, you can't do it.
Yeah.
We're impressed.
Who's we?
They want her to join the X-Files. They want her to join the
In the past 9
X-Files.
months, there have been 36 authenticated incidents like the Hamburg flight. John Thompson, a normal kid, went missing back in '98. Reappeared last month halfway around the world. Hadn't aged a day.
What?
Local fishermen off the coast of Sri Lanka reports a low-flying plane emitting a high-pitched frequency that blows out all their windows. An hour later, same spot, an 8.7 subsurface earthquake creates a tsunami that kills 83,000 people. Come work for me.
The
And
X-Files.
I'll get you the clearance
Oh,
to tell.
stop.
It's the X-Files.
There's more you need to
You
hear.
must not have heard me. I said stop.
They're calling these events the pattern, as if someone out there is experimenting, only the whole world is a lab.
The pattern.
I just want to go back to before.
You can't. It's too late.
I don't think you can.
Yeah. You gotta join the X-Files. Or whatever it's called in this show.
He's up. He's awake. Olivia! Olivia, he's awake!
I had a dream about you.
Yeah. It wasn't really a dream.
I was threatened by a guy from your office. I recorded the conversation.
I wonder if it was, I wonder who it was. I'm not gonna guess. I don't know these characters well enough to guess yet.
You've drawn unwarranted attention, something we can't afford to be connected with.
Is that her man?
Let me assure you, we'd be happy to treat you as family too.
Let me assure you, we'd be happy to treat you as...
It was!
Special Agent Scott. Yes, sir. We're right ahead.
Is he gonna kill him? I'm pretty sure they have cameras in hospitals.
This is Dunham. Agent ID 527.
No, don't go after by yourself. She just saved his life.
Ask yourself, why Doyle sent you to the storage facility?
See, ask yourself why he sent you to the storage facility. Think he wanted her dead? She gets to pick her team, right? If she joins the X-Files. So she's going to pick the Bishop boys, I assume.
After you left, my father sat down and started talking to me, and he was remarkably lucid. He told me about the work that he and William Bell had done, their experiments. What happened on the plane is just the beginning, which makes every part of me feel like I gotta get the hell out of Boston.
But
Are we leaving?
don't think so. You're staying. You know what? They're gonna bring him back, aren't they?
How long has he been dead?
5 hours.
Question him.
The leaf. Okay. So the leaf has something to do with massive dynamics. What a fucking intro, you guys. Like... I can see why people really like this show. I honestly... I want to sit here and watch, like, a bunch of episodes. But I really can't. I don't know why I'm watching the post-credits like this is a Marvel movie. There's so much to say, and I'm trying to figure out how to articulate any of it, because... Okay, so there seems to be some sort of conspiracy or something going on, and Walter Bishop is/was a part of it. Massive Dynamics and his old partner William Bell, I think, was or is a part of it, and the FBI in Broyles, I think that's his name, are a part of it. If I get names and things wrong, you guys, I will learn as time goes on. But this is just what I think their names are based off of, you know, this one episode that I've seen. It's called, the conspiracy is called The Pattern, and we learned that a bunch of crazy shit has been happening. Like, kids went missing, did they say in the 90s or just like a long time ago? And then they came back years later, not having aged a day. And I think there was like 46, 42. Did I write it down? I didn't write it down. But there's between 42 and 48 of these kids that this happened to, which, I mean, honestly, one is enough. Two would have been like, this is ridiculous. But 40 something, that's crazy. There was some sort of spaceship, and there was an earthquake or a tsunami. There was just a lot of crazy stuff happening. There's flight 627, which is the one that we've been on in this episode. There's just some weird stuff happening. And the way that these chemical compounds, or these whatever compounds, I might not always get things right away because I was an English major, not a science major, so some things might go over my head, but I'm gonna try. But the way that these chemicals worked together to slough off these people's bodies, like the way in the beginning with the plane and that guy's face, that was just like melting off of his, oh, that's some nasty shit, you guys. That's nasty. I kind of just wanted to say that was nasty. Anyway, I was not really expecting for her partner to be involved in whatever conspiracy this is. Her partner / her boyfriend, John Scott, when he was like, oh, I buried the evidence, like for a split second, I was like, oh my gosh, what if it was her partner? But like I said, I don't know these characters enough to really try to figure that out. It was her partner, but what was his motivation? We don't know. He is now dead. And what did he mean when he said, ask yourself why, I think Broles, I think that's that guy's name, sent you to the storage facility. Now, assuming that Scott might have been working the X-Files, I'm just going to call it the X-Files for now, you guys, the Fringe Files, I don't know. It's just a secret part of the government that is involved in looking at these kinds of things. It's X-Files-ish. I'm not trying to upset anybody, but it is. And yeah, if he was working for them, then why would he send her to the storage facility knowing what he knew, unless it was to try to get her killed, which, based off of his previous behavior until she did all the stuff that she did, which is it raining? Sorry, you guys. Yeah, it's like pouring rain. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I just heard a lot of noise all of a sudden, so if you can, sorry, that's the rain. But did he send her there just to get her killed because he didn't like her? I also, and I am sorry, I don't want to upset anybody if you love Broles as a character. I can only go off of what I've seen in this episode. And in this episode, he was a real fucking asshole. I hate when, okay, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this. So, the backstory of Broles and Olivia's relationship is that when he was in the Marines and she was assigned to investigate that, one of his friends got drunk and hurt 3 women. And he, in this episode, was like, oh, he made a mistake. Why should he be punished for this one mistake that he made when he had a bad night or something? You know, the excuse, you know, that is prevalent in these sorts of instances where, why should we ruin this man's life because he did this really fucked up thing? But it was a mistake. Should we ruin his whole life for one mistake? Yeah. That's not a mistake, one. That's a pattern of behavior that is very messed up. And why do we not think, like Olivia pointed out, what about those 3 girls that have to live with this for the rest of their lives? Huh? You know what, like, we're just supposed to ignore them because your buddy got repercussions for his actions? I don't think, I could go on about this for a while, you guys. So I'm just going to say I hate that way of thinking. I think it's very damaging, very misogynistic, sexist, horrible way of thinking. And the fact that those things came out of his mouth kind of was an automatic, like, don't like you moment for me. We'll see if he can grow and change and evolve into a character that I care for, but that is my initial thinking. Also, don't love the way that he, and even, you know, though I like Joshua Jackson's character, Peter, don't like the casual way that they call her honey or sweetheart or like, you can't. It's demeaning because they're reducing her to something. And I don't know when this show was made, but it's clear that it was kind of being used as a power move, like, honey, go get the coffee, sweetie, sweetheart, you know, like, don't talk back to the men, kind of. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like it. Whew. Sorry, you guys. I had to run down the stairs because my fiance was expecting a package today, and it is pouring freaking rain outside, and I didn't want it to get wet, but I got the package. It was a little wet. It's real bad storm out there. So I hope that everything goes well and the lights don't go off or anything. So I'm gonna try to talk real fast. Anyway, you did not notice my absence because, you know, editing. But what else should I say? I am very interested in the relationship between Peter and his dad, Walter Bishop. I worry about what he said about Walter being abusive, and I'm curious as to that because I want to root for them as a familial relationship. I want to root for Walter as a character, an eccentric and slightly strange character, but I want to root for him, and I want to root for these characters who I think are going to be like my main staple characters throughout the show. But the abusive part of his description of what it was like living with his father is what kind of makes me a little bit nervous. So thank you, Storm. So yeah, that just, it stresses me out. We're gonna have to see where this goes. Obviously, I don't know. I do worry a little bit about it, but I really like their dynamic so far. I like Joshua Jackson in this role, and I really love the dynamic between Peter and Olivia. So I kind of ship it a little bit already. Like, it's that bad because her boyfriend just died. It's a show, so I'm okay with it. And her boyfriend was doing some possibly shady things. Why did he run? Why did he not talk to her is the thing that I want to understand, because I mean, I can understand him running from the FBI, but why did he not, like, wait at her house so they could have a conversation before he left? Like, I'm curious as to his motivation for doing what he did, because it kind of makes me think that he felt guilty, and then I'm like, maybe I'm overthinking things. Maybe I'm overthinking things. I am very curious, and I don't know the relevance of anything, so I'm just trying to pay attention to everything. There were transitions where I assumed that there were commercials before, luckily I get to watch it without commercials, but I assumed that the transitions were commercials, and I might have missed something. But what I noticed from the transitions were, and hold on, I wrote them down, there was the leaf, which I am sure you guys can hear that. It is, the storm outside is a little bit scary. Anyway, one of the transitions we saw was a leaf, which we also saw at Massive Dynamics? Is that it? I wrote it down. That sounds weird though. No, Massive Dynamic. Yeah, which we also saw at Massive Dynamic at the end with the lady with the robot arm and the other guy. They took Scott, Agent Scott, into the room where they were gonna question him because he died 5 hours ago, and apparently your brain is still firing until 6 hours after death, something like that. Anyway, they can still talk to him. So they're going to, and they had the leaf, which was part of the transitions, which makes me think that the transitions are important. So the other transitions I noticed was an apple, like cut in half, so like you can see the core of the middle, a hand, but it had like an extra finger on it, and a frog with a symbol that was like, it looked like Greek, I don't know, it was like a circle with like kind of like an eye through it. So I'm paying attention to that going forward. Now that we have the leaf at Massive Dynamic, I think that it could play a part. I don't know like what's going on though, because who is doing this? Or is somebody doing this at all? Is the universe doing this? Like the missing kids, the tsunami, all of that stuff. Obviously, humans were doing Flight 627 and all that stuff. So where's the line? And like, this is science fiction. It definitely is. I was right about that. So how far into this are we gonna go? Are we gonna go aliens? Are we gonna go alternate universes, different dimensions? Are we gonna go mutated creatures, mutated humans? Just how far into the world of science fiction are we willing to go with this show? I mean, I'm willing to go wherever the hell it takes me. Like I said already, I want to sit here with like a blanket and just binge this show. I might have to start watching like 2 episodes at a time, like we'll see. I can't binge it right now because I'm really scared of the storm and what it's gonna do. But yeah, I'm excited about the science fiction of this show. I'm just excited about where we're gonna go. As I've mentioned before, and I'm sure you noticed, calling it the X-Files, which I hope that doesn't bother anybody. If it does, let me know. I'll call it the Fringe Files. But I am a huge fan of the X-Files. Obviously, it is quite a bit more dated than this show is now. But if it goes anywhere in that sort of general direction, I'm going to be very fascinated because I love science fiction, love the X-Files, love the mystery. I also really love procedural cop shows, which like criminal minds, which they work at the FBI and everything. So I don't know. I think it's really cool that this show, like The X-Files, kind of is, at least so far, breaching those two things. And I'm very excited to see where it goes. Also, side note, I adore Jean the cow, and I hope that she is like their office pet and that only good things happen to her, because the scene where they're sitting there eating the Chinese and Jean is like, her little head is laying on Walter's shoulder, like loved that moment. I don't think that I have anything else to say. I am very excited about the science. I'm very excited about the characters. I'm very excited about the story. I'm pretty drawn in by this pilot. It kind of just throws you into the deep end and is like, can you swim? Hope so. And I kind of love that about it. It didn't take too much time explaining who the characters were. It kind of just showed you who they were through the story that was taking place, which I think is a really good way to do character introduction. As I said, I'm very interested in the dynamic between Walter and Peter. It stresses me out a little bit, but I'm curious about it. I am really loving the dynamic between Peter and Olivia, and I am curious as to where they're going to go from here, if they're going to get to meet William Bell. Obviously, he has a part in everything. We know because of his assistant lady, or I don't know if she's his assistant. I can't remember what her name is, but the redheaded lady with the prosthetic arm, she knows about the pattern. William Bell obviously was a scientist with Walter, so he knows something. And yeah, I'm really excited to find out what the hell is going on in this show and delve further into these characters and these storylines. I think that I saw that there are 100 episodes, so 99 to go, and I am very glad that I have so many more episodes to figure these people out and get to know them. So thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you have, I know that I ramble like crazy, so bless you, honestly. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe because it really does help me out. You can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Patreon, you know that you have to wait. Sorry, guys. But like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, you can watch the next episode right now over on Patreon. It is linked in the description down below. You can also watch my full-length reaction, watch-along style, because I know this episode was incredibly long, and you're probably going to want to see my reaction to things that I had to cut out for the YouTube version. And yeah, if you want to, you can. I think that that's all that I really have to say. I am going to stop talking at you guys now. So yeah, I hope to see you all again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for episode 2 of Fringe. Until then, bye guys.